Hi, I'm Darren Farr. After the American Revolution, several new squares were developed as Savannah continued to grow. And in the year 1790, Washington Square was born. Named for the general who became our first president, this square marked the eastern boundary of the original city plan. The very next year, President Washington paid an official visit to Savannah, inspecting the city and no doubt his namesake square. This square was once the home of Trustee's Garden, the experimental agricultural project of Georgia's original settlement. We are just south of the riverfront and east of Warren Square, which shares many of the same attributes of this square. Washington Square may be a quiet and quaint square, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to see. Behind me is the Simon Mirault House. It was built in 1852, and it faces the west side of Washington Square. Simon Mirault was a free person of color. The son of a French tailor, Mirault was one of numerous refugees from the Haitian Revolution. Simon and his wife, Mary Jane, were among the more prosperous of Savannah's free black residents, running a confectionery on Broughton Street. Their property was valued at $1,500, far more than most whites would have owned at the time. The Mirault's house was originally located in Tripp Ward at Habersham Street, just north of Jones. Famed preservationist Jim Williams moved it to its present location in 1963. It was renovated again in 2015. Just off Washington Square on Bryant Street are these Carpenter Italianate row houses. They were built in 1892 and they're still standing today. And if you want to spend the night in Washington Square, you can at the Brice Hotel. And for supper, don't forget the delicious Italian restaurant Paci's. It's ready for you. The neighborhoods surrounding Washington Square used to be the home for sailors and their families. And because of that, it's also the home to the International Seamen's House. I'm in Strobar Chapel, located inside the National Seamen's House. The stained glass windows in this beautiful little chapel are over 100 years old. And the bell out front was forged in America's last foundry in Philadelphia. The Savannah Port Society and the International Seamen's House have provided spiritual and physical care to mariners for some 165 years. It's the oldest charity in continuous operation in Savannah.